know, that's just, like a few little parts here and there, so we shall see.
Can you explain how the recording process works, like what you lay down first?
For us, we start recording. We'll get Puffy in there, Mike Puffy Borden, and we'll get him in there. Him and Bill will, Bill will play along with Puffy, so he knows what the heck he's doing. We'll get the drums done first. We try and do it all together. We tried recording live before, and what ends up happening is that we have to do all these takes so Puffy can get a good take. And by the time we get around to him doing a good take, we've done the song so many times that everybody else is playing lousy, and he gets a good take. So we'll do him first. Then Bill comes in, he does his bit, and then Roddy comes in, he's doing some of his now, and I'm going to start in a few days, me and Mike Patton. And we'll switch off back and forth so he can rest his voice a little bit, and we'll get the stuff going that way. And usually I'm not here when people are working on their stuff, but everybody seems to like to hang around while other guys are doing their stuff. I don't know why. I ain't got nothing else to do or something.
Well, I'm sure you influence the final product just by being around,
To a degree. But if you're just sitting around and not doing anything, hard to say. I mean, everything has an influence, I guess. That's kind of cosmic, isn't it?
I guess for the last album, Patton wrote the lyrics pretty quickly. What happened this time out?
Last time he tried really hard to write them really fast, and this time he wanted to take it at a more leisurely pace. Maybe try and do a better job, or maybe he had a little bit more difficult time with the songs this time, because it is really weird music to try and play anything to, I'll tell you.
Can you describe the new sounds and the music that's going to be on the new album?
Well, I think that the new album pretty much should be, more Faith No More. Hopefully we've gotten a little bit better. Songs are a little bit different. I think there's a little bit different attitude. I think everybody's kind of gotten like fat and conservative, frightened of doing something maybe a little bit off the wall, but there'll still end up being off the wall things anyway. The sort of thing just happens with us. People don't plan it.
What are your key musical influences for this album?
My key musical influences are pretty much the same as they are for anything that I do. What I'm trying to do with this album is trying to figure out some guitar parts to play along with this crazy stuff. I don't know what the hell they're thinking of when they're doing some of this stuff. They don't leave too much room for me, so I got to try and fit in somewhere. I've thought of a few things, though. I get like late at night, sitting in my room. Maybe I've been out a little bit doing illicit activities, and I'll think of something, and I'll put it down on my 4-track recorder. Because if I don't save it, I'll never remember it. I don't know. I think it'll work out fine.
How do you feel the band has evolved musically with all the new songs?
That's a tough one. I think the band has evolved musically. I think they've gotten a bit more refined. We have better gear, so right there it makes the sound a little bit more refined. Actually, a lot more, instead of playing through cheap gear like we used to doing. But of course, we still have a whole bunch of cheap gear here just in case we need it. You know what I mean?
Has your role in the band changed in any way, or how has it evolved with the new songs?
My role in the band is pretty much the same as it's always been. Nothing's really changed there. Attitudes might be a little bit different. I think everybody's a lot more worried about what I'm going to do. But I don't really think they have anything to worry about. What am I going to do?
Okay. How about the other guys? Has their role changed in any way?
No, everything's pretty much remained the same.
Okay. Sometimes the best things come out of creative disagreements. Does that ever happen with you guys?
Oh yeah, creative disagreements of all types happen at any time. And sometimes folks are getting mad about nothing. Sometimes, it's something. A lot of times it really has nothing to do with anything. But the tension in there still makes something on its own. And that happens here quite a bit.
Do you guys think you're feeling the pressure of following up the success of the last album?
Yes, I think that we are indeed feeling the pressure of following up the last record. Before we came in the studio, nobody wanted to go in the studio because they didn't think we were ready. And they were complaining about not being ready. But we went ahead anyway, and here we are. Might as well get it going. God damn it.
The Real Thing opened up a lot of different people to sounds they probably would have never have heard before. What do you hope the new album will accomplish?
I hope that we can get the same sort of reaction with the new record as we got with The Real Thing. It's a very positive reaction. And a lot of people thought a lot more of us than we ever thought about ourselves. It was kind of good. We kind of like that.
Gotta change the battery.
I think so, because the guy's liable to say something that he wouldn't normally say with somebody else there.
And like less fooling around.
You like that?
Right. Less joking, definitely.
That's good.
Okay, here we go. Wait. Does the album have a title yet? And can you explain it?
I don't think that the album has a title yet, as we speak here. Probably won't until the album cover's ready to go to the press.
Do you have anything in mind?
Well, Roddy wanted to name it Angel Dust. I don't know why. I just want you to know that if it's named Angel Dust, it didn't have anything to do with me. I just tapped my mic. It's going to come out pretty good, huh?
Okay.
It sounded like he tapped his mic.
Okay, that's so brilliant.
That kind of,
Are there any specific topics or situations that have influenced the new songs?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I imagine that there have been topics and situations that have influenced the new songs, but I don't know what they are.
Anything for you personally?
For me, no, I'm just playing music. I just like it. I like it. I like to play the most powerful music possible.
Okay.
At least you're going to say John Travolta.
Jim, tell me about some of the new songs.
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, I don't know anything about them, so if you just want to say, oh, we have one song, it's called da-da-da-da.
Well, new songs, mostly we just have code names for them, like Shuffle, Madonna, Japanese. They really don't have any titles yet. We have a few disco songs, a few metal songs. We might even have a little bit of ethnic music in there, a little movie soundtrack, a bunch of different stuff.
Can you pick one specific song and describe it for me, like how it started out and then what it evolved to?
Oh, geez, okay. That was this one song called Shuffle. Of course, we had one on the last record that was codenamed Shuffle as well, so I get confused what everyone's talking about when they say Shuffle. But at any rate, we got one called Shuffle. And Bill gave me a tape. It had him and Puffy and Roddy on it playing. That was just one of the many songs that were on there. And I played some guitar to it, and that's about how it evolved.